is satisfied then when somebody meets their belief, and then depending on where that belief is, which side. In other words, I need more.
Satisfied is right here, number 7, contentment. And that's really where the scale tips.
Okay.
Boredom is right before it. You're not focused too hard. You let your mind stop torturing you. And then you can slip into, see where it says tipping point right here, into contentment. And that's where it could go either way. But when you reach that place, that's when, in the absence of resistance, it just gets better and better and better and better and better.
So, but like what he was saying is it seems like we're splitting satisfied into two, if it's effort or... And I thought, well, some people I know are...
That's true of every subject. Take the subject of love, the absence of love is on the other end of the stick. Every subject can go either way.
What would you do with somebody who is satisfied because they met a belief that was on the other side of their vortex? Just accept it, view it, see it?
Yes, because if they are truly satisfied, they're in sync with their inner being, and their life has caused them to desire that, and they're getting it. But if they're saying they're satisfied because they're fearful of trying for something that they might miss, a lot of people say, I'm satisfied, and what they're saying is, I don't want the trouble of expansion. I'm satisfied with what is, which means this is all I can believe that I can have. Well, their inner being won't torture them because their inner being will just keep calling them softly. Your inner being does have a light touch. Your inner being is not going to demand, but you're going to continue to be called, and that satisfaction is going to continue to be put on the table for consideration. You will never be permanently satisfied because you are an eternal being, always in the state of becoming. So it'll feel like satisfaction for a minute. It goes like this. So here's the way it goes. So here you are in your physical body. You were non-physical energy, and you focused some of yourself here, and splat, here you are. So here you are in this physical body, and you know what you don't want, which makes you know what you do want, and you know what you don't want. But what you don't want is more emphatic in this conversation that we're offering here, because it's in your face and it's more evident, and it is causing another end of the stick to be raised. But this end of the stick is what you're witnessing, and so it's more dominant. And so you keep going with that. I don't want this, which makes you put more into the vortex of what you do want, even without knowing you're doing it. I really don't like this. Well, what you want is this. And so every minute that you are focused on something, you are building the other end of that. And your inner being is aware of what you're asking for, and your inner being, who has no resistance, is focused upon what you're asking for. And the law of attraction is responding to your inner being. And so it's this way and this way, unwanted and wanted, unwanted and wanted. We've made a statement through the years, and we're going to say it now because we really want you to hear it. If your desire is strong enough, it almost doesn't matter what you believe, because that's the way the universe continues to move forward. So you've created this vibrational reality for yourself that you're not letting yourself go to, and your inner being is giving so much attention to it, and the law of attraction is gathering so many cooperative components that you find yourself now leaning in that direction more, just by the weight and balance of the power of the attraction. So now you find yourself thinking a bit more like that. So now you're more seeing it like you want it to be. It hasn't manifested yet, but you're not resisting it anymore. It's starting to sort of catch on with you. You're maybe feeling a little hopeful, maybe even knowing. And the law of attraction is bringing you evidence of what you know. So you're getting closer and closer and closer to know it. So you're closing this gap. And when you close that gap, where there's no doubt, where your desire and your belief are in exactly the same place, then big time manifestation. So now here you stand, in this new place with this new manifestation, and with a new set of contrasting experiences. So here you are in this new place with this new manifestation, knowing what you don't want and knowing what you do want. And it just goes on and on and on and on like that. What's the point? Satisfaction is the point. Getting to explore, getting to decide, getting to feel what doubt feels like, getting to feel what belief feels like, following what feels better, connecting the dots until you start putting it together. I must be worthy because I knew I didn't want that, and I knew I did want this, and now I'm living this. Thank you very much. That appreciation takes you into a place of more like that and more like that and more like that and more like that. And yes, don't you want everybody to feel like that? Of course you want everybody to feel like that. Do you want the laws of the universe to be distorted so that people are made to feel a way they haven't found a way to feel? No, of course not, because you want them to find their own empowerment. No one is empowered when somebody else makes something happen for them. When you help somebody out in a way other than teaching them the laws of the universe, sometimes what they hear, in fact, most often what they hear from you is, I see that you cannot do this for yourself, and therefore I'm doing it for you. And therefore I'm the rightest one of all. And you know what that makes you. That's not uplifting. But when you practice seeing in them what they want to see in themselves, until they start catching glimpses of it, until they find their true power, that's satisfaction on steroids. That's knowledge and empowerment and freedom. Humans don't like to hear this from us, but we like to say it to you anyway, just to torture you. There's no end to the becoming. So to put words at the top of the scale like love and joy and knowledge and empowerment, it's even more than that. It's feelings that cannot be explained yet in just those words. And that's really what we'd like to bring your attention to mostly here, is that it's a vibrational universe, and you feel the vibrations more than you can express them or talk about them. You feel harmony. You know when that feeling comes over you? A feeling is so much bigger than words. So much bigger than words. And so you want to hang around with each other, and you bring each other to a lot of emotions, but you don't want to rely on another human friend, no matter how close and wonderful they are, to be the reason that you feel the way you feel. You want to rendezvous with them in those feelings, but you don't want to depend upon them, because you can't. They're going to be all over the place. They're expanding. They're not going to be steady, but your inner being always is. And once you get hold of that, then you're sure-footed, and it's fun to play with people, no matter where they are.
Yeah, I was going to say no matter where they are.
Yeah, it's fun to play with them. When your little baby or somebody's little baby is learning to walk and falls down, you don't say, get up, you little dummy. You never say that. You say, come on, you can do that. Good for you. Look at you. Look at you. Look at you. Look at you and your becoming. Look at you figuring stuff out. And your inner being is not talking down to you like you're a baby, but your inner being is saying, look at you. Look at you figuring stuff out. Looking at you causing us to be more than we ever could have been. Look at you being willing to be in human form, exploring contrast and coming up with desires that have never been before into all of the universe, giving us desires that without you we could not feel. That's what your inner being is saying. Look at the becoming that you're causing this universe to experience because of your willingness to explore and to decide for yourself. And then watch us taking the baton from you and focusing in refinement. Focusing in refinement of what you've asked for, perfecting it, feeling it, paving the way for it. And then because of our complete absence of any doubt or worry or resistance of any kind, law of attraction is responding to our version of your desire in pure form. So your desire is getting big and bold and sure and sure and sure and sure. But what are you doing? Are you a cooperative component to your own desire? Or are you playing to the masses, trying to get attention? Catering to your mama? What are you doing? Are you feeling your way into your alignment or complaining your way away from your alignment? In other words, after a while, you just get the hang of this, so that even if something isn't going well for a minute, you say, it's okay. It's okay. It's been worse and it'll be way better, because we're all in the state of becoming, all of us. Good?
Very good. Thank you for restoring satisfaction for me.
Really good. Great. Wonderful conversation. Now what? You know you're figuring this out. You know you are. You've got this. For a minute. You'll screw it up tomorrow, but so what? So what? That's the point, isn't it? To ask in new ways constantly.